so shy, trying to find something to say. Whatever I say needs to be right to pull you my way. Damn, I feel trapped, 'cause now you're everything I see. One look was all that it took, then you left your mark on me. Now I got everything to lose, 'cause you're the only one I choose. 'Cause no one makes me feel the way you do. The way, yeah, you turn me on. Kiss me, babe, I want you to. My lonely days are gonna go anywhere with you.
Warning. Warning. Warning.
Should do it, boys.
Well, then it took me a minute. I was like, am I sure that's not just an orange light?
And good evening and welcome to the One View with your host Esther Moss SJC1 on this fine Wednesday night. Feeling the beats tonight, with me as always, P-Town Cowboy, Double D in the house.
Yo, what's cracking? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday indeed, mate. And the one, the only, is Sunday morning, Breezy.
Wait a minute.
How you doing there, mate?
Real late night with my head spin.
I picked the wrong week to quit drinking.
For anyone who isn't aware, Brad had a heavy night on Saturday. It was a good one, but it was heavy.
I don't think it was Saturday. I think it was Saturday night, Sunday morning that was heavy, wasn't it, Brad?
From the west to the east.
By that he means don't tell anyone because you took too much alcohol, right?
Exactly. Oh, boys. We're doing all right, though, considering all things.
Today was better than yesterday, so yesterday was a fucking pain in my ass.
Yesterday, pain in the ass. What instead of the Monday blues, did you have the Tuesday blues?
I worked at home from Monday because I hadn't recovered yet, and Tuesday was just awful.
Wow.
Never ended. It's still ongoing, I think. I'm still on that timeline somehow.
This is how you know you're getting older, Brad.
Do you know, I was thinking that.
I'm not old at all. I'm going to live forever.
I'm not hungover past the first day nowadays, but I do feel like the ripple effects of it. Do you know what I mean? Because your sleep's messed up the day after.
Yeah.
And then I can't get my pound back. It's hard work. Alcohol, I'm not sure it's worth it anymore. That's a lie. It's always worth it. So I just, yeah.
I can't say I had the equivalent of 1.5 drinks on Saturday night and then went on doing bar zero, which I must say is absolutely fantastic.
It wasn't bad, yeah. You gave me a nip of it. It was all right, actually. All right.
I remember nothing.
I'll be honest. I'll tell you what point for me for Saturday night. For those that don't know, by the way, we went to a fancy dress party. It was a good do. It was a good night.
Lost my fucking glove. I broke it.
Do you know? I was thinking about your glove. Did you not leave it at the party?
I think it broke off anyway before I lost it.
You know
I left it at the party, but I think it was broken by that point.
Okay, well, as long as it's at the party, you can glue it back on, can't you? What I still don't get was the game that we played.
I kind of remember. I vaguely remember that. I think I just walked off at one point.
No idea.
Did you not get it?
I just kept drifting off into the kitchen for more drink because I didn't know what was happening. So I was like, "Well, alcohol's way more interesting."
I remember the host reading quotes at some point, which we had to guess, and I know shouting the answers out when I wasn't supposed to.
Yes, you were. That's
I was trying to whisper.
That's true.
Your inside voice wasn't working.
No. Get that? Yeah.
Yeah.
God. I miss pub quizzes, man. I need to do more pub quizzes. I very rarely do them.
Thursday night virtual quiz, mate. I always do them. But just
pub atmosphere though. I like the pub atmosphere in a quiz.
yeah, it is good.
It's always cheap.
Yeah.
That's part of it though, isn't it? You can do smartphone quizzes nowadays where you get like 15 seconds to answer or whatever. You have to Google it super quick.
Oh, that's good. Well, then again, it seems like pub quiz just attracts fucking like we got myself and my friends, and we're a bunch of retrobates. Well, not really, but
I don't think you are anymore. I think all your friends are pretty normal except for you, Brad.
that's true. So it's got a bunch of like normal people, like average educated people. You got people who've done the. Then there's another table full of chavs or something on their phones cheating. There's some table of guys who've been doing pub quizzes for 25 years.
The absolute vets, yeah.
And then there's like a table with people full of tweed jackets and long beards who are like in their 60s, who all have Nobel Prizes and know everything, and they always win. The fucking Geneva Convention comes to the fucking pub for the weekend.
I need an invite to your pub quizzes because this is such such a vast variety of people that attend these quizzes. I need some more of that in my life, some variety. Spice, innit?
Exactly. Well, boys, just give us a couple of moments. I want you to hold that thought, and
Geneva Convention, so I'm not sure I used that correctly.
we're going to be right back after this short interval.
We can always stay a little longer. We don't have a plan. Just let me live a little younger than I really am. We've got nothing here to save us from ourselves. Let's live life like it's made up. Jump in the wishing well. We are wanderers, nothing can stop us. 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 We are wanderers, nothing can stop us.
So, sorry.
That is why Gandhi should never be president.
Controversial opinions, but you sold it really well, Brad. That was a good explanation.
Controversial. Yeah, apologies there, people. For some reason, we are getting a bit of lag on the stream tonight.
Technical difficulties.
And it's running about 5%. So I don't know why. In fact, it's gone up to 6.
Oh, don't give us this technical jargon.
Yeah, how dare you come up with those percentages? Who do you think we are?
I know.
Mathematicians?
Yeah.
We break stuff for a living. We don't look at maths and numbers and symbols.
Numbers aren't real. I don't believe them.
Numbers aren't real. They're like birds. They're all government plants.
Agreed.
Right, are we back in the green now, JC? Can we crack on?
We're live.
Yeah, according to this,
He's not happy.
20
JC's not happy.
26% frames of.
He's not happy.
According to this, the encoding's overloaded, but I don't know what that is. Right.
John Cena.
Yeah.
You can see
So
me.
yeah,
John Cena.
I can. Everything looks fine, but I don't know why. It's just one of them things. Bams, is it okay? Is all the audio coming through and everything? It's not speech clipping or anything like that. Just to
Everything is
Yeah.
fine. Get on
Why
with
do you sing a song for us, JC, and
Yeah.
grab it on?
Yeah. Yeah.
what country road?
I know.
Hey,
Take me
you do
home.
you, you do you.
I see. No, I don't know how these songs work. Sing the
I
Moonlight
don't know how
Sonata.
songs work.
No.
Yeah,
Moonlight Sonata. Don't sing Moonlight Sonata.
Sing it in Braille.
it looks like it's just Twitch being a bit, being a bit weird. But never mind. Let's move on. Swiftly moving on. Bam says it's all right, so we're good to go. I'll have a look into that after. Yes, Betty Fiddler in the chat asking, has he recovered from his?
He's got his hangover glasses on.
Yeah. Has he recovered from Saturday? Oh.
Well, I don't know how you know about that.
Well,
it's not pretty far and wide. That.
well, Betty
Is it
Fiddler.
your house on Saturday?
It may be an alter ego of that guy. Betty Fiddler. But no. Yeah, absolutely brilliant night Saturday. We had a fantastic night.
We did. It was a good day.
Freddy Krueger got Socko.
No,
That's, you know.
Where was I for this? I don't remember this.
Oh,
that's quite early on. That's what I remember.
It was early.
it was about 10:30 or something. Freddy Krueger got Socko as I were dressed as Mick Foley, Cactus Jack,
Good.
and we had Luigi. Wait, Luigi?
No.
Waluigi.
Oh.
Get your characters right, JC.
Oh, I don't know the later in characters.
He's the sexiest Nintendo character ever created.
Man doesn't know Mario lore. Disgusting.
He doesn't know the lore of Mario. No, he doesn't know about Luigi Mario and Mario.
Hey, I grew up in the days of the NES and barely the SNES, and then for a few years, couldn't afford a computer, so I sort of lived vicariously for everyone else. So I didn't get to play every Mario game after that until
I only played 1 to 3 because. Oh, reasons.
yeah.
Mario didn't come out on PlayStation.
No, that's true. That's true. It didn't come out on PlayStation. I wonder why that worked, because Nintendo did go away for a while, didn't they? So what did Nintendo?
No, Nintendo never went away, man.
So we had
It's
SNES.
gone nowhere.
We had SNES. 64. What were after the 64?
Wrong.
Oh, go on.
No man, carry on.
I'm wondering where you're going with that, Brad.
I was like, am I wrong here?
After the 64 was the GameCube.
Yeah, so we had the GameCube, and then was it the Wii after that?
Yep.
Yeah, and then the
And
Switch.
then it was the Wii U. Then it was the Switch.
Sega died with the Master System. Fucking hell, the Dreamcast, didn't it?
Dreamcast, great console.
Oh.
Great console.
It
Such
just
a shame.
It tried to compete against the PlayStation 1 though, didn't it? That was part.
It should have been fine because no one knew what the hell was a PlayStation. That was brand new to the market.
But it seemed to just
Some
dominate.
Killer apps though. PlayStation had some killer apps, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dominated.
Some really killer games. I think Nintendo burnt a lot of bridges as well with the developers.
Yeah.
Like Square, for example, jumped over to the PlayStation with Final Fantasy 7. That was a killer app. Yeah, they burnt a lot of bridges to Nintendo, so that's where Nintendo came from. Yeah. And they're still doing really weird shit, which is what Nintendo's always been good at.
Nintendo's literally been around 100 years. That's a weird fact that not many people.
Yeah, they started making, was it trading card
Trading cards,
games?
yeah.
Something like that, yeah. Weird. And they're still the same building. They still own the same building, don't they?
Really?
Yeah, in Japan, yeah. That's crazy. Crazy to think.
Better Fiddler's mentioning the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, that's the thing that existed.
Possibly one of the best. I think it was the best sub console of all time, weren't it?
Best
I
selling
think
console
it
of all time.
is.
Yeah.
It is. It dominated that generation.
Probably because the
Absolutely
DVD
dominated.
player was built. Probably because the DVD player. DVDs were coming out at the time as well, and that was built in. And that's what I watched all
Yeah.
my DVDs on.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I've talked to you, Brad, about Phantasmagoria, that horror game which came out just before DVDs were a thing, and it was so big it was across 8 CDs. A game across 8 CDs is insane, absolutely insane.
I've never known that.
Yeah,
It's like Metal Gear Solid was across 2 CDs. And that was,
Final Fantasy 8 and 9 were across 4 CDs.
7 was free. I remember that.
7 was 3. Yeah, it was holding it back, which is why the PlayStation was so big. It was so successful in its time, the PS2, because it was just it allowed them to do so much more, not just with the graphic side of things, but with the CGI and the movies and the
you still need a memory card.
Stuff. I remember how big they were.
Yeah,
memory cards.
They were ridiculous, weren't they?
Unless you got,
I've still got games saved for cartridges in my SNES from like 25 years ago. They're going nowhere once I delete them.
I've still got. I think the furthest back I've got is PlayStation 3 games, and I can't even play them anymore. I can play my PlayStation 4 games, but not PlayStation 3. I don't think.
No, I've got loads of 64 games still. I've got GoldenEye. I've got Perfect Dark. I've got Duke Nukem.
Oh man,
loads of games stacked away.
Some classics there.
I got my PS1 box. I got a Super Nintendo box down there. I got some Master System games down there. The oldest one I have is Sonic, which is built into the Master System too.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
That's cool.
Because didn't
Everyone else I like the kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Alan the Kid was really good.
Yeah, I had.
Sonic, there's a choice. You had the option. One or the other. They sold differently.
Ah, right, because I got Sonic as a game with it. And I'm sure I must have a few gems in my aunties attic, back where I was staying at the time. It's
good amount, mate.
Find a PS1 game called Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It's not worth anything. You should just give it to me.
Yeah, no, I'll buy you a pint, mate. You can have it. You can give it me at that. I'll have Symphony.
Yeah, I'll get rid of it.
Always want it. Great game.
I'll get rid of it.
Yeah, junk, trash, not worth it. God, it's filthy, absolute filthy money, isn't it? It's crazy.
I wonder if the ones I see on eBay, it's like, is this even real? Like, come on.
I've got one of my most valuable games.
Of it, like sneaking about, like, no, fuck you.
They released for the GameCube. They released Zelda 1, Zelda 2, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask, all on the same mini CD. It was part of like a gold collector's edition that if you bought a GameCube in the first like 6 months or something, you got it. Brand spanking new, fully sealed. They're worth something like $4,000.
Oh
Crazy.
wow!
It's crazy money. So it's over there somewhere. I've got it locked away. It's not in perfect condition, obviously, but I bet I can get like 60, 70 quid for it easy.
Well, I'm just looking at Symphony of the Night on eBay, and the first listing is £650.
Oh, that's crazy money. Absolutely crazy money.
It's the way it goes, though. It's the way it goes. You've got a really, really good quality game that wasn't sold in bulk. So yeah,
I need to get my backside around second-hand shops.
You guys trying to sell one for $5,000? Go fuck yourself, mate.
Is that sealed as well?
Yeah, it is sealed.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll buy a good ass bottle of gin. You say that, Bambi. A good ass copy of Symphony of the Night would last you longer than gin.
It would, yeah, quite. I think I could, like, again, like when me and my mate, when we went to London a few months back, we went into this alcohol shop. Everything was in there.
Yes.
And so we have a look at the really expensive stuff, and it's all like seats behind, glass cabinets and shit. And it's like, dude, this is worth $10,000. This is worth 20. And there's one that's like £65,000 for a bottle of whiskey. Like,
how old was it? Do you know? Do you remember?
I don't know. It's like, this better be the best thing I've ever tasted. It better cure cancer or something. I don't know. Like, yeah. I better get a second life when I drink it. If I die, I want to level up. I want to come back.
It's like a phoenix down.
Yeah, basically.
It's crazy because for a fact that 65 grand's worth of whiskey ain't going to be 1,000 times better than a 65-pound bottle of whiskey. There's no way it's 1,000 times better. So who values it? But a value is only as much as somebody will pay for it, right? So somebody somewhere must have paid that money for it.
Instead of just selling stuff and like just marketing it specifically to the obscenely rich market.
And it's the rarity, isn't it? I mean, I tried.
It's just like, I sell this shit. It's really, really expensive. Why?
Yeah.
So only you can afford it.
Well,
Even if you sell one bottle a year,
yeah.
Done! That's me done for the year, guys.
worth it. Totally worth it. Totally worth it.
When I was in Manchester, I don't know if you're aware, there's kind of wine and spirits little cafe at the bottom of Deansgate, and they do. It was something ridiculous, like €100 whiskey, and it's like very top shelf. You can't reach it. You can't steal it. You know they have
How
to.
top shelf it is, you literally can't reach it.
It's in the attic.
It's
We
like
keep it in the attic.
it's like step ladders time. You need it, and it's and anyway, I were in there with Claire once, and she turned around and we were like looking at it, and it was something ridiculous. It was like $4 or $5 grand or something ridiculous, and I was like, well, I'll have to save up for a couple of months, you know, making it as though I'm not a pauper. And he went, well, do you want to try it? I was like, what? You were like, yeah, it's not the only bottle. We've got another bottle open. I can let you try it. And he got this other bottle from behind the glass cabinet and that, and he poured it in, tasted it. Not joking. Rather have my JD.
Yeah.
I don't know what it were about it. It's you know, it is.
I bet it burnt. I bet it, for someone that doesn't drink whiskey, drinking whiskey, it all tastes the same. That's what everybody always tells me.
Well, no, I mean, whiskey is my main spirit, you know, and I can tell a smooth whiskey from a harsh whiskey. But this, it weren't harsh in any way. Don't get me wrong. I'll give credit there. But yeah, I don't know what it were. It was just really, really. It just felt so normal that it didn't feel worth what they were asking for it. And yeah, it does have a lot to do with rarity and age, Bams, but...
Well, apparently it was some sort of co-creation, if I got the right one, I think I do, I found a picture of it. Some sort of co-creation with Aston Martin or something. Like
yeah.
that.
Oh, God. So pretentious, isn't it?
I think it might be from the 50s as well. I don't know.
It's the Vanquist whiskey. The finest whiskey brewed in the British Isles. It's travelled at 6,000 horsepower. Stupid! It's so pretentious, and that's my pet peeve around stuff like that.
Yeah,
sticking a brand on it and it makes it so much more expensive for what? You're not getting more quality because it's got a fucking brand on it. No, I hate it.
Yeah, I do hate pretentious stuff. I really do. You know, at the end of the day, I can understand nice things costing money, but it's, you know, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous.
Speaking of costing money, did you guys see that about Randy Orton in the last couple of weeks?
Oh no, go on. What's he done?
Are you ready for the ultimate crossover? So we all know Randy Orton, right?
Yeah, we know Randy.
Superstar wrestler.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what Elden Ring is?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So Elden Ring is the latest game in
Dark Souls, right?
Dark Souls, yeah. So it's a tough game. It's a difficult game.
Yeah.
Randy Orton paid somebody $1,000.
I heard about
the character
to level him up.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a busy guy. He ain't got time.
He's a busy guy. I think his exact words, and don't quote me, but his exact words were somewhat along the lines of, "I don't have time for this bullshit."
Well, if you've got it, and people are willing to do it
like that, do you start tackling wrestlers and going, "Hey, up, do you want to play the latest superstar, megastar game that's really hard, but you might be not have enough time to play it? I'll help you."
Well, no, it's all over the internet, isn't it? You can actually purchase all over the internet. Like you basically pay someone to level you up.
Yeah, you can, and it's crazy how frequent that is. Like games like Fortnite and Call of Duty, especially as well. If any sort of live service game, you can buy profiles. It's weird, isn't it? You can buy somebody's PlayStation Network login or their Epic Game Store login, and it'll have all this progress already saved on it because they've either cheated or put their effort in. It's
exactly. There's lots of sites out there that do it. And it's just I can't believe how transactional it's become in a way. Because you know I take pride. Hey, Delaney Monroe in the chat. Not bad, thank you. Welcome to the One View. Will do. So yeah, it's crazy because there's obviously people out there who don't obviously have the time to play the game but want to play it at a higher level, and it's like, well, hang on, no, a new COD game comes out, something like that. Well, it used to be a new COD game for me. I'd have to grind it. I'd have to
you'd have to play the
grind
game.
it.
No, you have to play the game
way.
you pay money for.
I know, mega grind, get leveling up, and actually feel as though I'm going to get better. I couldn't imagine paying someone to level me up in a game. I really
do you
couldn't.
remember back in the day, like in the PS1 era, where you could get those action replay discs? I think you can get them on cartridge as well for older consoles, where you could especially if it was really cool for the cartridge. So like I had one for, I think it was the 64, where you would plug it in, you would put the game on top of the cartridge.
Yeah.
So it would load up the cheat cartridge, but also the game at the same time.
Yeah.
So you could alter your stats within the game.
Yeah.
It was bizarre. Such a weird.
Isn't it Game Shark or something?
Game Shot, Action Replay, yeah, those were two.
I actually bought some for the PS2 a few years back at my old place. It was like a cheat disc. It was so weird. It's like you put the game in, you take it out, and you put the cheat disc in.
Yeah.
And it's got like all the shit you just can't do otherwise.
That was another one.
It's because I was playing like Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels of the Roses, and it's like I thought unlocked them. It's like certain cards you just can't get. Period.
Yeah.
You can't have them. The computer has them, but you go fuck yourself. You can't have them. So it's like you use this disc, and it's like then it unlocks every card across the computer. And it's like you can have no limitations in your deck. It's like, well, fuck everybody. I'm winning with no problems at all. Yeah. I'm winning in one attack.
Exactly.
Some games had debug modes as well.
Yeah.
Where it was like developer specific modes where you could like change elements of the game which you weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
I remember Final Fantasy VII having one where you would load up debug mode and it was super creepy. So you would enter this black area and it would just be all the characters in Final Fantasy VII scattered in this black area, this black box. And each one would lead to something different in the game that you weren't supposed to see. It was really creepy.
Creepy. Sounds cool. Sounds cool.
It's really, really cool.
I'll tell you what. Do you guys remember when people started copying PlayStation 1 games and they put a little they put a little spring on the hatch? And what you used to
use a matchstick. Use a matchstick.
Or a matchstick. You put the game in, and I mean, I never did it, but I know people who did. And you put the game in it, and the PlayStation would load with the game in it, and then you swap the discs, and that's how you got around it. You put it detects the real game at first and goes, "Yeah, you're a PlayStation disc," and then you swap out and put the copy in, and it was like people were selling them for like £5-10. It was like, what?
Yeah, well, yeah, we just like everyone got their PlayStation chips. That's the term, and then it's just like someone knew someone. It's like you could just like they would just get you a game for like £7. It cost
£4. The guy that I knew,
yeah, £7 for me. And my dad knew a guy, and Rod and Bet like £40-30.
Everyone knew a guy, right?
Yeah, everyone knew a guy.
Like CD disc with a scanned like copy of the picture on the disc, and it would work.
Yeah. But it would only work. I don't know if there was different ways of doing it. Like I know some consoles, some PSs, you need to plug some in the back. Some were like actually chipped on the board of the PlayStation, and how it worked. But mine would only work if the lid was open.
Yeah.
And there was a matchstick holding down the button.
Yeah.
Underneath the lid. I don't. Even now, that baffles me. How does that work? Just because the lid's open? I just don't get it.
Never had to do that.
That was that was the one that I knew about. Except they used the little spring, and it pressed down as though it were locked. And and that's how it worked. But lads,
I think I just downloaded them off the internet, like emulators, but like. It was back in the 90s, so the internet, it must have been like, that's probably why it took days to get a game.
Yeah.
It was like just downloading it.
I mean, that's a really good shout.
On dial-up.
Speed would be horrific.
Yeah.
On dial-up,
How big is this file? It's like 10 megabytes.
600
Well,
meg.
think about it. When people in the days of like Napster and all the rest of them, you've got to think people used to leave the PCs on overnight, didn't they? And
You'd have to,
you'd have to for a dial-up. The phone line would be engaged all night, but they won't worry. They wanted the latest album or something ripped off. So
imagine asking for like Final Fantasy or Resident Evil. They'd be like, "All right, how many discs is it?" No, you got a 6-month wait on that, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't download it quick enough.
It's not getting done anytime soon.
That's absolutely brilliant. Oh yeah, it's and speaking of wrestlers this week, guys, the latest movie from John Cena has absolutely bombed. Apparently,
has it? That's a shame.
A new action comedy called Freelance. It's
Terrible.
Yes, not sold at all.
brutal reviews and got 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. They've absolutely trashed it.
0%.
Yeah, 0%. It's John.
That seems harsh.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. John Cena and Alison Brie are leading in Freelance.
Alison Brie, yeah, she's out of Community.
Yeah, well, apparently, yeah, they've just absolutely rubbished it, and no one can say why. And they just said it fails to deliver on every front. It's billed as a comedy. Don't have very real jokes and all this, and just running it down. I mean, at the end,
I want John Cena to do really well as well.
Yeah.
I like John Cena, he's good.
He's fine. He's got Peacemaker. He'll be alright.
I can't wait for next series. That.
Oh mate, have you seen the audience score of it on Rotten Tomatoes?
No, go on.
77%.
Hey, there we go.
Rotten Tomatoes is such a bullshit website.
It is with the critics.
Massively unpopular with fans gets massive ratings. It's like they clearly fucking they have the critics in their back pocket. They're fucking. I don't believe it's unbiased for a single second.
You know what's a good measure of it? Sharknado.
Of course. What Sharknado got?
Wow.
100%.
Oh, I did not see this coming. All right, so the critic score, 75%.
Oh wow! It is
the audience score, 33%.
What?
What the fuck?
Come again?
It's not. I don't think it's good.
It's not supposed. It's not Sharknado. It's not supposed to be.
Purposely made to be crap.
Yeah.
So how's it got such a high critic score?
Sharknado for me is so bad. It's one of the. It's just entertaining and funny and just like.
Yeah, this is why
it's
I figured it
so
would
bad.
go the
It's
other
good.
way.
Yeah.
How could critics say it?
It's still shit.
It's still shit.
You made a film to be shit. Congratulations.
All I'll say is 33%.
If it wasn't for the ridiculous premise, nobody would know about it.
33%. 33% of people who have seen that movie have got a sense of humour. The other 67
there's 6
bog off.
Sharknado films, by the way.
What?
There's 6 Sharknado films.
I know. I've got the box set.
Of course you do.
Why is that even a thing?
I preferred Ghost Shark. Just saying,
It was so bad. It's so good, and that's why I had to buy the box set. And I got 1 through 6, yeah. Because I was struggling to find them online between all the providers, and I was like, sod this. Went on Amazon, and I think it was 25 quid, and I had a bit of spare cash, and I was like, go on then. But
it's a weird one because it's a fun film to watch, isn't it?
It is.
Right.
It is a fun film. It is a fun film.
I don't watch that analytical series, man. You're a fucking idiot.
I feel I need to see this John Cena film because I don't feel critics have been fair to it.
I don't think anything should be worth 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
No.
From a critic's perspective.
No, exactly.
There's got to be some redeeming features. There's got to be. I refuse to believe that there isn't.
Well, exactly. I've seen some films get absolutely rubbished on Rotten Tomatoes, and they've been great for me. So I take that 0% with a pinch of salt. And you know what? John Cena's in it. Bam's saying she's got mixed opinion of John Cena. I don't have very mixed opinion.
For John Cena.
I know. I'm thinking John Cena's kind of.
Well, he couldn't for 10 years and he buried everybody.
He-
But that's in the past.
But he's kind of, for me, he's kind of an all-round alright guy, from what I can tell. From what
Well,
I can see.
he clearly needs to do more Make-A-Wish appearances. He's only done 600.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, he's not putting his time in for
I
those
don't
grandkids,
care if
is
there's
he?
300 more than the next person.
Yeah,
Those are rookie numbers.
he needs another 1,000, and then the pearly gates will open
I
for
don't
him
think he
later in
does
life.
funny these days. I think he's a bit busy.
He is very.
Also, he's a bit more out the spotlight. I think he doesn't really.
Oh yeah, he's taken a massive step
But
back.
again, he's been on SmackDown every week because of the writers, the actors strike.
Yeah, but that's
What's that got to do with John Cena being on SmackDown? How's that
Well,
work?
he can't. He's in the Actors Guild, isn't he?
yeah. He can't.
So
he
he
can't
can't
work.
act in any films. He can't do any media appearances.
So he's taking a rest. Hold on, isn't he acting on wrestling?
They're not in the union. It's a different. Wrestlers aren't in the screen.
Oh, they class as athletes then, rather than acting.
Technically, they're independent contractors from WWE.
Really? Oh wow, yeah, because he signed. Of course, wow. Yeah, unionizing anytime soon.
Well,
Oh no! No, they tried that in the 80s. That got shut down. Hulk Hogan still for that. Believe me. That doesn't work for me, brother.
You would though. You'd take that wrestling check, wouldn't you?
Well,
You'd be like, yeah, I'll take
yeah.
it. Talk some smack for half an hour.
Well, John Cena's in the clear. Bams has got no beef with him. He's a nice guy. She's just not keen on his acting by the look of it. In
I think
films,
he's a solid actor. I think he's arguably the best wrestling actor we have.
No, he's because that would be Batista.
Yeah, but
So I said arguably.
yeah, it is
No, he's
arguable.
better than The Rock, but he's not as good as Batista.
I need to see more of Batista. I know he was really good in. Was there a horror film recently he was really good in?
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, there were.
It was called The Cabin, was it?
Yeah,
that was great. He was very,
He
very
was
good.
supposed to be really good in that. Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
see
he is.
more of him. He was good in. Was it Knives Out?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mystery. He was good in that actually.
He was good in Blade Runner for the short time he was in it.
yeah,
Was good
yeah.
in- I forgot he was in Blade Runner. Yeah.
A lot of I quite liked Mr. X at first. He got a bit too silly towards the end.
Yeah, from a showcase of his acting abilities, it wasn't really up there, was it? But I like the character. To be fair, I've said this time and time again. If you want Drax, play the Guardians of the Galaxy game. It's so good. It's so good. It's unbelievable.
Currently on sale on Steam. Other retailers are available. £12 at the minute.
I don't think I was about to say I think it's on Game Pass, but I don't think it is anymore.
No, it's been taken off Game Pass, but it's on sale on Steam at the moment for 12 quid.
Game Pass. They keep taking shit off it. Like, stop doing that.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Put as much in as you can to get our money's worth.
What do you mean the data center's nearly full?
I don't care. Get some more data centers.
Get some more blades in there. Oh my god. Well, guys.
I don't just want to. I don't agree with Bambi's latest comment. I don't like disagreeing with her. She just says so much shit that I have to disagree with.
Also, Batista's in
Bad
Doom.
point.
Very small role in the first part. Maybe do more in the second
All
part.
right,
He's
okay.
in June. Yeah, very small part. I remember Aquaman more.
No, yeah.
Batista played Gurney Halleck, didn't he?
Yes, of course.
And Aquaman played Duncan Idaho.
Yeah.
Great character, amazing character. Anyway, JC, you were going to segue.
I were gonna segue. What?
That's a nice segue.
What I were gonna segue we're into.
Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go.
So, time to get your pen and paper ready, Deuce.
I still not found my book since I lost it 3 weeks ago.
There you go.
He still hasn't ordered that whiteboard he talked about.
Plot it on. The rise and fall of Weatherspoon.
He's still at
Do you
listen.
know what I've heard actually? Just while we're building up the anticipation, relative to our previous point, there's money in buying whiskey barrels nowadays.
Yes,
Oh, we had a couple of them. And we
There's-
just got rid of them.
there is.
No, it has to be full of whiskey, Brad.
Yeah.
Not
They might have
barrels.
been. We never opened them.
Well, lads, you know what it were last week, don't you?
No, you have to remember.
Massive,
Remember last week?
So much alcohol has been drunken since then.
massive nosedive
Oh, it was a massive nosedive.
£6.18 JD Weatherspoon's shares. Have they recovered?
I hope not, because if they've gone even further down, I am buying. It's payday's just been. I'm buying.
Well, I'll be able to tell you in a minute.
Oh, he's building.
He's not even got it up.
I can do it faster than you can bring it up.
Go on.
£6.45. We missed the drop again.
It'll come back down.
It's gonna come back down. You know it is.
It'll probably go up around Christmas. There'll be a lot of cheap bastards going there.
We said that.
Yeah.
We said that last week, didn't we? We expect it to go up. Yeah.
I did say last week, quote me, at Christmas, I expect it to be hitting around the £7 mark.
I'll be chilling in near a pool in Spain.
Yes, you will.
It's couldn't get any further away from the Weatherspoons, mate.
Not my Weatherspoon's money. Also, the pool's across the street. I'll see this somewhere near it.
Oh, well, my, this week, you know I like my little segments. This week, my disgusting story of the week goes...
What are you doing?
In fact, I'm just going to call whoever donates to Bernardo's in Swansea disgusting. Because they've actually had to put an announcement out, right? So Bernardo's does a lot of good work. They take a lot of second-hand clothing goods, a lot of bags, a lot of shoes. They also take second-hand.
my shoes are coming.
Second-hand toys. Yeah, check Bernardo's in P-Town.
What sort of toys are we talking here?
Right, so you might expect board games. You might
my board game. Sorry, Bernardo.
you might expect an old Barbie dollhouse, or you know, even the odd PS4, PS5 game that people don't want anymore, and they're gonna just chuck away or sell for £1 at a trade-in. You know, they'll donate it to a charity shop. Charity shop can make money off it. All the better. This week, Bernardo's in Swansea has had to put out an announcement, as I was saying, that their advertisement for toys is not for toys of the sexual nature.
Beads. Somebody donate some anal beads.
And apparently they've been inundated with an amount of toys that they cannot sell for the world. They've obviously given someone in the past a lot of pleasure. But who thinks it's a good idea to go, you know what? I want to give to charity. I'm going to donate my rampant rabbit.
I think it's a good idea.
Oh my God.
I think absolutely nothing wrong with used toys. Get them clean, get them sanitized. We'll open a Bernardo's after dark section. I think this is a great idea.
It's just filth. No.
Why?
I don't know how anyone can justify that in a way.
It's truthful.
I don't get it. You'll sleep with somebody that's slept with other people, but you'll not stick this piece of rubber inside you because it's been cleaned.
Oh,
no. I think it's all the same, mate. Get it sanitized. It's fine.
I'm sorry. Whatever floats your boat. If you don't mind that, fair enough. But
brand new or nothing.
I don't even want it sanitized.
Oh. So yeah, disgusting thing of the week goes to Bernardo's in Swansea. Oh, I can't unread that story and Double D saying, "Oh no." Right, move on.
It's that time again for Munch Punch.
Really quick move on.
Well worth it for my peace of mind. Damn, that is where I put it. Pam's in the chat.
It's in the Bernardo's after dark
Yeah,
section.
it's in the
round
Bernardo's.
corner. Hidden
But-
behind the wall of sofas.
Yeah. Oh, well, anyway, it's time for Bunch of Punch, the weekly get to know you quiz in which we pose 20 questions to one of our podcasters, presenters, and we then see what they are like. First thing that comes to your mind is the answer. We may change the format in the next couple of weeks, but that's something to come.
Wow, why would you tease that?
Oh.
What are you doing?
I'll tease. I've had a couple of quizzes in mind for a while. Go on.
Who's in the hot seat tonight, JC?
It is the one, the only. Easiest Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So easy.
All right.
They got a song wrote by him. BradEasy.
Oh, is it? Was that written about Brad? No, that's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Brad, you never told us that.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Should we crack on?
Yeah, crack on. You're in the hot seat,
All
mate.
right, let's go. Brad, are you ready?
Oh, I'm gonna
Is there
put.
one jab or punch.
I'm gonna put Brad in the hot seat here. I think, Deuce. You know what I mean?
Why?
He's gonna get put in the hot seat.
What are you doing? Oh my god! I know what you've been gagging to use that. You've been gagging to use that all day.
I was expecting flames or something.
Right, Bradders, you ready? Number one, hero or anti-hero.
Anti-hero.
Number two, train or plane.
Fine.
Number three, secret password or secret handshake.
Handshake.
Obviously, what idiot chooses password? 4, Sega or SNES.
SNES.
5, let's go dark on it. Would you rather drown or be buried alive?
Drown because it's quicker.
Anyway, 6, chips or onion rings.
Chips, if they're actually like fries.
Good choice. 7, Undertaker or Kane.
Undertaker.
Okay. Okay. 8, thumbstick or D-pad.
Thumbstick.
Thumbstick. All right. Okay. Try doing some old school platforming of a thumbstick. Jesus. 9, Disney World or Legoland.
Disney World.
Wrong answer. 10, projector or TV.
Projector.
Good choice. 11, flight or invisibility.
Flight.
12, pet dragon or pet Cerberus.
Dragon.
How would you feed it? 13, bagels or muffins.
Muffins.
14, would you rather be underestimated or overestimated?
Underestimated.
Okay. I mean, doesn't that mean somebody thinks less of you, though?
Yeah, but I'll show them. They'll see.
I like it. Yeah, that's fair. 15, loud neighbours or noisy neighbours.
Loud neighbours or noisy neighbours?
Yeah. Rough, that, innit?
Loud, I guess. They've got to sleep sometime.
God, no. Don't, they're loud. 16, single player or multiplayer.
Single player, because that's what I do more.
Fair. 17, insight into my recent trips to M&S, because they have 3 for £8 deals. Lasagna or cannelloni?
It's kind of lasagna.
Do you know what cannelloni is? Oh, cannelloni's great. We'll revisit it.
Okay.
18, beer or wine? You don't really like either of them, do you?
No.
Yeah, I know. That's
Yeah,
right.
I'll take beer or wine.
Really? I thought you liked a beer. 19,
usual.
Dracula or Blade?
Dracula.
Okay. 20, misunderstood after death or forgotten after death?
I think I'd rather be forgotten than misunderstood.
I respect that. That's fair.
That's respectful.
I always go for a death one at the end. Yeah, I like it.
And
There
that,
we go.
and that
Right.
concludes.
What was I going to come back to? I can't remember what it was.
Bunch or punch.
Cannelloni, Brad, is
Yeah.
like, it's like a giant tube of pasta. with
All right.
stuffing inside of it.
Okay.
Really nice.
Oh yes,
Really nice.
I
Yeah.
approve.
I'll find one.
Yeah, but no, that were a good one. Thanks, Double D, for putting that together today.
All right.
Took it off my hands. I was like, thank you very much. So, are we ready?
I need a shark hat for this. Brad's just gone offline. He can't deal with it today.
He can't deal with the intro.
I'll be right back.
What are you doing, Brad?
Brad's movie of the week.
And we'll go right over to BradEasy as soon as he becomes available again.
Maybe he's hiding from it.
He's hiding.
from it.
Well,
Like, you can't zoom in on me.
So,
Hey! Well
I knew there
done.
was a reason
Well
for
done.
it. Yes, Brad. That's sick. That's genuinely frightening.
so remember,
Should do all your streaming like that.
You should do.
people think I'm an anonymous. But remember the 5th of November. So do you know The Mask? Do you know V for Vendetta?
Mm-hmm.
That's Guy Fawkes Night is in a few days, and it's the only Guy Fawkes Night film I know. So, yeah, so based on the works by Alan Moore, who is an absolutely genius and a crazy person who hates this movie. Yes. So starring Hugo Weaving and Natalie Portman. It's a film based in a dystopian Britain where basically anyone who is undesirable, so anyone who's not white or Christian or heterosexual, is basically imprisoned and often executed. And this masked man, V, he tries to start a rebellion in the British public over the course of a year, which he hopes will take place on the 5th of November, inspired by Guy Fawkes' actions.
Yep.
And his method generally involves blowing shit up and killing people.
I like him already.
Yeah, so you find out he's trying to start a revolution in the UK, but also he is going on a path of revenge for things that the government have personally done to him, which is the reason he wears the mask, because of what happened to him. And all I'll say is, I love The Matrix. This is actually written by the Wachowskis, which is probably not directed by them, just written, but adapted from Alan Moore's work.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say this is Hugo Weaving. I love Agent Smith, but this is Hugo Weaving's best performance, in my opinion, because he wears a mask. You never see his face. He wears the mask the entire time, and he's able to convey so much emotion without you even seeing his face.
Yeah.
Incredible film. Go watch it. Very dark, but it's the best film for Guy Fawkes Night weekend. And that's available to rent on stream, wherever you may find it. Unless you want to be an anarchist, and you could find it by some sort of alternative.
High seas variant.
Exactly. But, and it's BAMS approved again. That's the second movie you've had that's BAMS approved.
It's almost as if Brad knows what good movies are.
Kind of.
Almost.
Yeah.
It's almost why we give a
Brad.
segment.
Yeah, well, yeah. You said the author hates the film, Brad?
Yeah, Alan Moore, he also wrote the comic book Watchmen.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, so he's considered to be the greatest comic book writer of all time. But he's a genius, but he's also absolutely, I think he's crazy in a way.
Most geniuses are, aren't they?
Yeah, he basically hates any adaptations of his works. I feel like they don't adequately. He basically loves the form of comic books. He basically writes comic books in such a way that they couldn't be adapted to film. He doesn't.
So he was heavily involved, wasn't he, in the creation of the Watchmen film, wasn't he? From what I know.
Not at all.
Oh, am I thinking of someone different? I'm thinking of Sin City. Sorry.
Yeah. That's
Thinking of Sin City.
Alan Moore wasn't involved at all. I don't think he even saw the film.
He probably hates that as well.
He writes for someone else, so he couldn't stop it. So
Well, yeah, that's it.
I think he wanted his name removed from Watchmen and from V for Vendetta.
tough, mate. That's not how IPs work.
No.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
You'll give a very intellectual, very complicated political answer why he doesn't like the adaptations.
Yeah, I bet.
No,
Oh,
good,
well, such is
good
life.
choice, and thank you very much for that. And
Yeah, I like it.
I'm not taking this mask off, by the way.
I love that mask. I love that mask, mate. But we are coming around to that time again anyway, when we're gonna finish up and crack on. What have we got coming up on the following days on the gaming channels? I was gonna ask you boys about doing more Grounded actually, but I'll do that off there.
I'm not allowed out.
No, now he's Grounded. Yeah. Well, I did always say Brad was down to earth, so. But what have we got coming up, boys?
I've got Lies of P still. I think I'm going to finish it next week. I think Tuesday will be the last one.
Nice.
And even if it's not, I'm going to push through and make sure it's the last one, even if it's a long session.
Yeah.
I've got the absolute chaotic, dark story of Fran Bow on Friday, which is full of child abuse, suicide.
Yeah, it's very dark. Very dark game.
Yeah, it's very, very, very dark. Very intriguing. Exceptionally intriguing. But yeah, that's about it for me, really.
Brad?
I think I'm going to be playing some Nautica very soon.
Oh,
Maybe. It's going to be today, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow. Today or tomorrow. We'll see.
We'll see. And I'll be carrying on with Days Gone and Alien Isolation. Days Gone, I'll say I'll be carrying on. I'll probably be here next year playing Days Gone at this rate. It's that long game.
It's a long ass game, mate. How are you finding Alien Isolation? Have you played it before?
Played it before, but I got a bit of a bug on my last run, and I was only about an hour or two into it, so I was quite fortunate in that sense. And this time I've replayed it, I haven't got the bug, carried on, and I've started bumping into the aliens now and stuff. So it's another Outlast for me. Except the difference being Outlast, I didn't like the story, but Outlast 2 I thought was a remarkable game, absolutely brilliant. Alien Isolation is turning the same as Outlast 2 for me. It's making my skin crawl, but at the same time I am so intrigued. It's
game.
Unbelievable.
It's one of them rare occasions of it's near perfect. There isn't much you could change to make it better.
It's even like the linking it up with Ripley in the films and stuff. It's just
you play as Ripley's daughter, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Ripley's daughter. They mention it briefly at the beginning, but it was kind of like during the intro, and sometimes, as you know, you zone out sometimes during the intro. But
to be fair, credit where credit should for Alien Isolation. It doesn't have anything to do with the films. You don't need to watch the films. You don't even need to know about the films. It's such a standalone, stand on its own presence. It doesn't need anything to lean against. It's such a great put together game.
Yeah, it's just nice to know the story from the films and how it links in.
Oh yeah. That's extra spice.
You know, it does link in, but it's like you say, you don't need to know it necessarily to play the game, which is all due credit, to be honest. A lot of games do rely on their on the films or TV programs that they come from. You know,
so weird. Creative Assembly made that game, who are known for the Total War games, massive grand strategies.
Yeah,
and they dipped the toe into Alien Isolation, did an amazing job, and then have never done anything similar yet since. It's so weird.
I know. It's
so weird.
I don't know why that is. I really don't know why that is. The only reason I can think about it is they aim to do it right every time, and they've sort of gone back to the bread and butter. And now in a few years they'll come back to it with a new game.
They might do it again, yeah.
But yeah, boys, that's all the time we've got for this week. So massive thank you as always to my co-presenters, BradEasy, P-Town Cowboy Double D. Massive shout out to anyone in the chat who joined in tonight. There were quite a few bands, Betty Fiddler, there was Delaney as well earlier on. I appreciate you all stopping by. Don't forget we are here every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. And we have got a single of the week this week. It's a bit of a... we're in a bit of a power ballad this week. Because I've been off TikTok. No TikTok video of the week. Because just before I forget... unfortunately, as a lot of Friends fans know, we did lose Matthew Perry at the weekend. Yeah, TikTok's just been absolutely saturated with videos. And to be honest, as a massive Friends fan, it's probably up there in my top 3 shows of all time. And I was getting a bit upset over it, so I was like, "Well, I'm not gonna go on TikTok." And I've hardly been on since. I've been on I think twice in a few days. So yeah. So seeing us out tonight, a bit of a power ballad with Hollywood Nights is a band called Courses. And we will see you next week at the same time. Have a good week, guys. Take care.
Yay.